If
the dollar store.
I love a boot.
Okay.
He came with receipts.
He has the shirt.
I don't think
anyone
Reddit
else
is the
not
breakthrough.
pooping?
R/constipation.
Yeah,
constipation.
all me and my friends have it.
Skrillex is gonna be there.
Red Hot Chili Pepper.
I hate people like that. I'm sorry.
Your
Yeah, that's
mother.
mine,
I don't
by
hate
the
it.
way.
I hate that part of it. I do.
You
Oh,
look
so we're
different
all
here.
wearing polos. That was on
Oh.
purpose, by the way.
We forgot to mention that.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the Gates podcast. This week, we are on episode number 6. This is the podcast without a plan, and we've got a new guest, Ethan.
Happy to be here.
He's very happy to be here, and we have returning
Extremely.
Riley, Ellie, and Thomas. Make sure to like and subscribe, and just to make sure, comment if you want to. If you like it, like the video. There's no point to not liking it if you like the video, because it really helps me out. And even if you dislike it, that's fine. Just let me know why, because it's better to
Don't
know
let me know why if it's related to me. It'll
But
hurt my
then,
feelings.
because I got more videos coming out, so I appreciate if you do like it, because then I'll keep making more videos.
Every time you watch one of Nata's podcasts and don't like it, an angel loses its wings. A baby dies every time you don't do it.
And that's a crime.
So
And you hate
you
crime.
have to like.
And
the
I hate
videos.
crime.
Look at the
I
hard
hate
right
crime.
being so pro-life, but they won't like this video.
we looked a hard right
Oh
when you
no,
said that.
the far right, not the hard right.
Look at the hard right.
Look at the hard right. Everyone turned around.
We give a hard right.
As usual, I really don't have a topic to start off, but I actually do have a question that I brought up with Thomas earlier today. And the question is, if everybody in the world stopped pooping at the same time, and there was no health, nothing went wrong with your health, your body was completely fine, but everybody stopped pooping at the same time, how long do you think it would take for it to reach like front page news, like for everybody to know that everybody had stopped pooping? Because me and Thomas had a conversation earlier.
Yeah, let's not reveal our thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not going to reveal my thoughts.
I think it would take. First of all, that would suck.
No, but there's no
health.
I don't care.
Attraction.
Like pooping.
I love.
You'd lose the pleasure of pooping.
I think it could take up to 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That's a lot longer
I think
than me and
a
Thomas
week.
said.
I would say a week because
I think a week is good.
so many women can't poop.
Well, but I don't know. If you don't have the urge to poop.
No, like there's nothing. It's just the only thing that's happened is that you just don't poop anymore.
I feel like it would take me like 3 or 4 days to realize that I haven't pooped in 3 or 4 days, and I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to poop.
And I think
No, you don't have to
the
poop
way
at all.
that it would get to the news is the
3
majority
or 4 days. If I didn't poop in 1 day, that would be notable to me.
Really?
But like notable
I
enough
don't-
to like tell another person.
I would. It would only
Yeah,
be notable.
possibly.
There's an embarrassment factor there, and I feel like for it to make like
Slow news down.
it would like.
Because it's sorry.
No, I just think it might take like a minute for everyone to start talking. Like, and then you start telling people like, "Hey, girl, I haven't shit in like a minute."
There's no men going to the doctor if this happens.
Yeah.
Like no men are gonna go. It's gonna be the women.
Right.
And the women are so used to not pooping.
That
But then
it'll be
it's like
long.
if I'm not getting bloated,
Well, and men
it's
are
not
wearing
an issue for
diapers.
me.
Right. I feel like I wouldn't think about it if I didn't. The only reason I would think about, I haven't pooped in a day is because I feel like I have to fucking poop.
Yeah.
You know? So if I don't have the urge and I'm not even thinking about pooping, then I wouldn't.
But but then that's when the question comes like, when would everybody else? Because I think other people would realize that they haven't.
But
pooped.
it's like, would they go to the doctor and be like, I haven't pooped?
Yeah.
I don't think the
If
way
they're not
that
in
it would
pain?
get discovered
I
is an influx of people going to the doctor and realizing
No.
they can't poop.
Well,
What about the doctors themselves?
no, I think that would be how it. Front page news, like on the Wall Street Journal or
like
some shit?
everybody knows. Everybody
Yeah,
knows.
then it would have to be an influx of people going to the doctor and being like, I can't poop.
I don't-
Right. And I think it's
You
not
think
gonna
it would
be-
get to the news?
Thomas thought it was 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I mean 4 or 5 days to a week. Like
I
4
think
days to a week.
This,
I
is,
think
this
week-
is how I see
week
it going
minimum.
down. I think there will be enough people who know and will talk to somebody and be like, whoa, me too. And then they'll talk to someone else, me too. In 2-3 days, I think there's a Reddit post about it.
No.
And then once there's a
no way.
I was going to bring up Reddit
once there's a
post.
Reddit post, and then people who don't need to be telling other people are seeing it, and it's being upvoted. I think that in like a matter of 2 days after that, it gets
No, I think it's 2
It gets
weeks for
to
it to
some
hit like major.
mainstream.
Yeah.
I
media.
do think it
Yeah, I
would
think
take
you're
2 weeks
crazy
just
for-
in the way that like there's that
I say 5
embarrassment
days.
factor. Also, when you've gone like 4 days, you're like, oh, I'm constipated. I don't go to the doctor. If I'm constipated, I don't go to the doctor. I'm going to go get a
been there.
laxative. I'm going to the dollar store the dollar store. Please don't buy a laxative from the dollar store. I'm going to Walgreens and I'm going to pick up a laxative and try it myself. And if I fucking have to, I'm going to go to the doctor. But I do think that would be after like a week.
Okay, the doctor thing, I don't think that's how it gets there.
I think it's how it gets there.
This is a situation I would see if this happened. Because
Enlighten us.
I think I would notice something like that. I would bring it up like a day after not pooping. I was like, it's so weird. I didn't poop at all yesterday. Feel no urge to poop today. And then everyone's like, whoa, yeah, me too.
Are you putting it on Reddit? Wait, are you putting it on Reddit?
I'm probably not putting it on Reddit, but there's probably a lot of like-minded people. Just takes one person.
That's
but
true.
I don't think it reaches front page news after that.
I don't know. I agree, but I say 2 days. Because imagine that Reddit post and every other person.
What subreddit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird things.
I don't think Reddit is the breakthrough.
r/constipation.
Yeah.
r/constipation.
All me and my friends
It's gonna be
haven't
the most
pooped in the
liked
last
post.
2 days, and then everyone is like, "Yeah, me neither." And then they talk to their friends. It blows up from there. I think 2 days after.
Dude, how many people you think are active on r/constipation?
I didn't say that. I said r/weird things, and I
That
don't know the subreddits, so I couldn't tell you a popular one.
So you think it's a Reddit post that
I don't know if it's a Reddit post, but I think it starts with some online
Internet
forum.
thing. I mean, it definitely is starting on
4chan.
the internet.
No, I think
4chan,
so
people
too.
figuring out, yeah.
But I still think
And I think as soon as that happens, it gets quickly picked up by mainstream publications, whatever.
I think someone would say that after like 3-4 days, and then people start agreeing, and then I think it gets to a week. To be honest,
Well, my thing is like, who is getting
5 days to a week.
constipated?
I think that's
Everybody.
Who's getting constipated and after 4 days being like, need to talk on Reddit about
That's what I'm
this?
saying.
Yeah.
I think,
no one's doing that.
I think it would circulate amongst
people,
like regular people for a while, or like just your friends. But then front page news is like a week to 2 weeks.
I could see an older person on Facebook being like, haven't pooped in 4 days.
I bet that gets posted basically every day on Reddit. Someone's like, "Oh, I haven't pooped."
Yeah, but there's not every other single person who sees that post who agrees with it.
But not every other single person is seeing that. I mean, most people aren't seeing that post.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying.
I don't know how much traction it would get.
Humanity figures it out through that Reddit post. I think that Reddit post gets a lot of traction because every person who sees it is going to agree with it and be like, "Whoa, that's so weird," and then maybe talk to another person about it.
But I think for it to get to mainstream news, I don't think. Sure, the initial part is a Reddit post.
I think that if that Reddit post really takes off, it takes 1 to 2 days for a mainstream article to pick it up.
I disagree with Thomas on this point, but me and Thomas also said earlier, well, how long do you think it would take before when you ejaculated, just nothing came out?
You said one piece of confetti.
One piece
actually.
I think confetti
would happen in
pushing it, but
Yeah.
just nothing came out for every guy whenever they
For that to be front page news.
Yeah, for that to be front
Is
page
this going to get
news.
demonetized?
I don't
We're
think I like
10 minutes in, baby. It doesn't matter
I don't like
anymore.
the front page news thing. I feel like that's hard to.
But I mean, just like everybody's talking about it.
Well, is it
Like front page news, I don't give a shit what the newspapers say, but I'm just saying like where
it's widespread.
everybody knows.
People know.
Like
Everybody
everybody
our
knows what you're
age in the
talking about.
U.S.
I mean everybody in the U.S.
I think that takes
years.
years.
Okay, years, but like everybody that consumes media on a daily basis.
I think the max it would
for
take.
everybody to know, dude. I don't think.
Maybe
I
some
think it would-
remote person in a farm town would never figure this out.
Like
but-
everybody
and
in
it's taking like 80-90% of the
you would know.
population.
Like if
The
I
world
went,
population.
if I went to
the
work,
United States,
Okay.
people who generally have access to
yeah.
to
If
media.
I went to work and I was like, "Yo, do you guys hear about this thing where nobody's pooping?" and everybody would be like, "Yeah."
yeah, that'd be crazy. It would be insane if no one pooped for 4 days. That'd be a huge deal. I would 100% be talking about it if I didn't poop for 4 days.
It doesn't matter if you're talking about it.
I assume there's people. Sorry, I might have peeked there. I assume there's enough people like me that would be spreading this around.
Okay,
I think it would take
Well,
at
that's
least
TMI.
like a week or
that's
two.
enough poop
Well,
talk.
we agree to disagree.
Yeah,
That's fine. But I think
that's enough
I think
poop talk for today.
Either way,
4 days to a week. is
either
my
way, it's a
final
woman will
answer.
break the news.
No
it
chance.
will be a woman that breaks the news.
And
Michelle
at the end of the
Obama.
day, it's going to be a woman's fault.
I
Yeah.
thought women didn't talk about poop
But that's what's gonna
Older
happen.
women talk about poop.
Older women.
I
and
feel
how
like
they can't
older
do it.
women don't talk about poop.
Older women.
And that's
talk
an issue.
about-
And there's two things you
And
don't
I'm
talk
glad
about.
we have
It's
this
poop
platform to talk about
and
that.
your age.
I'm
as a
glad there's so
woman.
many women here to talk about this topic.
On Women's Month.
She almost sat on the floor.
Huh?
She almost sat on the floor.
Yeah, that
As a
would've been
woman,
bad.
I
made
would've
sure
said-
that did not happen.
Of course.
As the resident woman.
We almost gave her the highest seat in the house.
Really though, she almost sat up there.
Well, Ethan had some thing
Yeah,
he
you
wanted to
gotta-
ask.
Any topics?
It's like the most random list ever. Do you guys go to? We live in Chicago for the viewers that don't know.
for you guys.
Do you go to Lala ever? Do you ever go to Lollapalooza?
Oh, that's such a good topic.
Thank you.
I've never gone.
You've never gone. You've never gone.
No.
Uh-huh.
Which year?
2018.
2021.
Oh.
2022.
Oh, I was there. I saw Charlie. XCX. 2019. They will never beat 2019. That lineup had an unreasonable amount of
I saw your
huge-
post yesterday.
You had some
Yeah,
thoughts.
That was
and I'm
funny.
sorry.
I did
the-
see your post,
and
but
I saw
didn't
your little
get it.
key on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I saw
The
the
Faye
key.
Webster fans, the amount of people that stood up and were like actually giving me death threats about Faye Webster, I'm like, she is like if you ordered Claro on like Temu. That's who Faye Webster
What
is.
is
I really
Temu?
didn't get a lot of that.
Team was like
That's okay.
shitty Amazon.
Oh my god,
Shein-
it's like Shein, but it's like
It's
if
like
you,
Shein, but
it's like
for
if Shein
thing
had like
that
an
wasn't,
Amazon.
like clothes.
I feel like you
only.
can order like a $2
No, you
vacuum
can
cleaner.
order anything.
Yeah, but
It's
Shein is
all-
like clothes.
and it's
only.
all like
Shein is closed.
Shein is
on
closed
this.
only.
like everything.
it's all so cheap.
So there's some Asian kids getting
There's-
exploited.
No comment.
Slave labor going on.
Well, I was going to talk
There's
about
something going
Lollapalooza,
on.
wondering if you guys were going to go.
This
If you
year,
saw-
no.
maybe saw anyone on the lineup.
I'm not a big music festival guy.
I understand.
Ethan, I'm realizing you have the print out. Should he switch that around?
No, it doesn't,
Or does it matter?
These are directional. It's
Okay.
talking into the top. Thanks for looking out for the podcast. though,
Sorry,
Thomas.
just didn't want.
I'm here
Not to be
causing a
picked
mess
up.
I'll probably not
immediately.
be going. Tyler Creator's there again, right?
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator.
Amaya went through the lineup yesterday.
Amaya went through it. She was very
excited.
excited.
I could
about
not
that.
really
Me
remember.
too.
She was specifically excited about like
She was
two
about
people.
Tyla.
Tyla is coming out with her album this week.
This week?
She was
Mhm.
S. What is that? SZA.
SZA.
S-
I was about to say SZA
Skizzers.
SZA.
because I thought it was like an acronym.
No, I don't think.
What's
it
the
is.
other ones?
Like the
Blink
Skrillex is
182.
gonna be
pull
there.
it up.
Red Hot
Skrillex.
Chili Peppers. I thought.
Who else
I
is
saw.
Red
Oh my
Hot
God,
Chili
that was
Peppers. They're like
awesome.
all the time.
Huh?
Yeah.
Blink 182.
Blink
They're like
182.
Foo
That's
Fighters.
right.
182 is coming.
Pierce the Veil.
God no.
There was one that you both were excited about. You and Amaya.
It was Pierce the
Was it
Veil,
Pierce the
I
Veil?
think.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't.
Yeah, because I didn't know who it was
It's like
either.
an older emo band.
That sounds right.
I know who they are.
Sounds like something.
Sounds like you and
You
Amaya
guys
would
would be
have an
into.
Yeah.
intersection on,
Yeah.
Let's look.
and that I wouldn't know about.
Thomas, would you ever? What if you went to a concert? Whose concert would you go to?
That's a good question. I don't think I'd want to go to
Have
a.
you been to a concert?
Yeah, I have been to one. I can't
Whose
even-
was it?
I can't even remember the name. It was a country singer.
Okay, so it wasn't that important.
No,
It
I didn't.
mean
I
that
didn't.
much
I
to you.
didn't. It was not. It was
I
not
thought-
about the. It was not about the artist, but it was a really cool venue.
Tate McRae's gonna be there
My fucking
Why was that
sister.
the fucking first?
We're gonna play.
because
What's
we've
that
talked
song?
about her before.
Oh,
Greedy.
Future
You're performing
and
Greedy.
Metro Boomin.
Future and Metro Boomin. So excited to see them.
Skrillex will be
So
cool.
excited to
So
see
you're
them.
going?
Superhero.
Oh yeah.
Are
know
you
about
excited to see
Superhero?
Melanie Martinez?
The song. Metro Boomin and Future.
Okay, I don't know
believe
that one.
Superhero?
Future's just
Superhero?
a fruity ass artist. He's like Lil Uzi, where it's like for some reason their sound just resonates with
I
queer
really-
people.
Sexy Red's gonna
That's
be there, too.
surprising for Future
for
at least.
sure. Look at
I-
that purple album cover
I don't know.
with that dress.
I don't
where he's
know what
standing
you're
like,
referring to there.
with that hat.
You know.
I don't know the album.
You know,
cover.
like I know.
Kevin Abstract's gonna be there.
Kevin
Yeah,
Abstract, but
that
this
was-
new album
I when Amaya
sucks.
said I would go to that.
His
One.
the album did suck.
But Ryan Beatty's gonna be there, and if they play Sierra Nights, that like collab song they had, I'd fucking freak
I do
out.
not. Think
I have that
he-
song on
he
my
would play
playlist.
His new album.
He would definitely
Kevin
play some
Abstract.
hits.
I hope he doesn't.
I don't think he would.
It's also
I think you have
I might
to.
go for that day. You wanna go?
No.
Just one day?
How expensive are they?
Yeah, how
It's like
expensive
one
is
like
it?
$200 a night or a day.
well, it's
No.
150 per day, and that I think is including taxes. I could be lying, and
That's
then
not
4
too bad.
days 400.
I've just never really wanted to go. I feel like
Yeah, I'm not a big festival.
I would
guy.
never
Yeah.
do
None of
it.
these
That's
people
too
you wanna
expensive
really
for
want.
my
I
level of
like those
interest.
people, but none that I would even go to their concert for, like alone.
Yeah, nobody's like my favorite
Yeah.
artist.
I don't know why.
That was
I
me
just
last year. That's fair.
But
Maybe
that's a
maybe
good-
one day.
You asked a good
There would be a
question.
good lineup.
If it wasn't a festival and one artist,
Oh, just a concert, yeah.
who are you? Who would be your person to go
Those
to?
questions are so hard to answer. Somebody at work asked me last night, like, "What do you listen to?"
Jungle.
Whatever.
Oh, Jungle's
I
there.
think
Yeah.
you can give an answer.
I can give
Ethan?
an answer,
We'll start with you.
Oh, like right?
or we should start with Tom.
Yeah, we can start with Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas likes to ask questions and then have
you know
other
what I
people go
do
first.
too? I
What is
start
that?
with
You
the
start
other
stalling.
side of the room because
Yeah,
I assume
all
it
the
would
time.
come around this way.
Wait, so what is the question?
If you go to one concert right now.
The Beatles.
Live, and you can
half
go to
of
them right
are
now.
gone. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of music, and definitely not a lot of like people who currently make music. So it's hard for me to say. But Billy Joel, maybe
Oh my
like an
god.
old person concert.
Basically, this lineup is doing nothing for you.
No,
I don't think any lineup would do
no, I don't.
anything for Thomas.
Yeah,
What
probably
about
not.
like Neutral Milk Hotel? Would you go to?
No,
No.
smell bad in there.
Yeah.
Like my car. It's still like my car.
It'll smell like
Wait,
Ellie's
why?
car.
No, that was just.
Because the
people
people
that
that
smell It would
I guess
smell
it would be
bad.
like a hipster thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant because of milk.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say a lot of people are drinking milk at
Yeah.
that concert.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
and they've been holding
Room
it for a
temp
while.
milk.
It's gonna be like a warm summer day concert. Everyone's got their milk out.
Kelly,
I don't know.
I have my answer.
Let's hear it.
Well,
Or let's go with Ellie.
a
woman is speaking.
woman is speaking. You might learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
I told you that I would want to see Mon Laferte, right?
You guys are going.
Oops.
Yeah, we're going.
And we're
Could
going.
you translate that for the American audience?
It's just the
It's
same
Mon
fucking
Laferte.
name. You don't say the second E.
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard
not
that.
correct.
By the way.
I've heard that,
I've heard that too. Listen, oh my god.
but
that's
only
crazy.
from you and Amaya.
Because I used to say without the E,
Cause that's how my dad says it.
and then you fucking guy, you were like, you don't even fucking speak Spanish. There's no E.
I never said. I
And
literally
so I
never
stopped saying
said that.
the E, and then you told me there is an E, and then I said it at work again, and they said that there wasn't an E. Oh no, they say the E, and they're from Chile.
I think you're blaming me for something that never happened.
No. It was
Well,
I
it's
think
been-
you're villainizing me.
Is
in
she
your head.
Mexican
It's been-
or
it's been
Chilean?
old Chilean.
She's Chilean.
She's
people.
Chilean, but blew up in Mexico, right?
Yeah, cause she went to Mexico
Okay,
to
that's what it
Wait,
was.
make
who?
music. Mon Laferte,
Mon
okay.
Laferte.
which is not
But
a
the
very.
people, the people you work with are Chilean as well. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, he's Chilean, and
So
he,
everyone who's Chilean,
Chilean.
agrees. So maybe it's just a regional
he
thing.
pronounces the E.
Oh,
he's
wait.
just
So
a
how
weird
you
guy.
say it?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's wrong.
I don't know if there's. I mean, I guess we'll
How
have
Chilean
to.
is he?
He's 100%
Ooh.
I mean, to me, the name
How
feels
Chilean
a little bit.
are you?
That's
it
our next
feels a little bit
game.
French, and like you don't always pronounce the
Yeah, you
last
say-
vowel at the end.
that's
of
what I
it.
was actually just
Yeah.
gonna say.
But if you're pronouncing
It
it
sounds
with
like
Spanish,
verte, like green. Which would you just say verte?
No.
if you're pronouncing it with a Spanish, like a, it'd
You've
be like
got
a.
linguistic backing here.
Yeah.
for
Well,
my
what would you
point.
say
It is-
about that?
In Spanish pronunciation,
You would say the
Yeah,
E.
you would say the E, but you change words depending on where they come from.
Yeah, but it's Chilean French.
That's
That's
not
the
a
French
thing.
influence.
That's not a thing.
Isn't that what you just said? There's like
Well,
a
no,
French
you
influence
use-
in the Chilean
there's
way of
not.
speaking Spanish.
No, it's only her name that is.
Oh, okay.
There's no French influence in any of that.
Excuse
shit.
me. Sorry.
Her name is just, I think, kind of Frenchy sounding.
Yeah.
Well, I would say her, and we're
Okay.
gonna go see her
Yeah.
soon.
Circle back.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
that was a long tangent.
I was
Sorry.
thinking about
Fine.
saying her because we are going to see her, and because I remember in high
What
school.
about not her?
I said.
Yeah,
Right.
give a different.
Well, no,
answer.
my instinctual response was Kanye.
Okay, Nata.
Cut that out.
Not that.
Move on.
No,
We're
not
gonna
talking
take
about that.
away-
This gets bleeped.
Please cut
We're
that
gonna
out.
take away mic privileges.
And we don't know what he said because
Can
it
you
was
tell me why?
bleeped.
He's problematic. He said some problematic things.
Does that mean I can't go see his concert?
I mean,
You can do whatever you want,
Yeah,
but
no,
this mic
if he
is
gets
not for
no
you anymore.
financial gain or like any
Oh,
backing
I mean,
from
he's
anything,
okay with
if I
with
could
or without
go
Riley's
see
support. I
him-
think Kanye is going to be all right.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
Do
Yeah.
you really think there's something wrong with spending money on one of his tickets?
No,
I think
I don't
so.
think so. I mean,
I think it's more of like a joke. Like it's agreed on that we're like.
no. I
moved
just
on
I
from
thought it was
Kanye.
funny to react.
Yeah.
like how I did. I don't care if you were
We're
to
really
go.
hogging this thing right now.
Well, I think you
but I
lost your
think
privileges.
that I don't know. I would not go to like see his
Anti-Semitic.
concert right now. I'll listen to his music. I guess
I would because I think it would be insane.
That's
He also
sort of
is
why I picked
kinda
Billy Joel,
notorious-
not because I'm
notoriously
just an
known
old
for
man. I think I
not-
would like a chiller concert
minds his
where
damn
people
business.
aren't
Mm.
like jumping or anything.
I want
don't
to
want
jump.
jumping.
I want to jump.
I'd be jumping.
I would go to Kanye's concert to
Get
see
away,
North
Steve.
come out.
Yeah, and
I would like to see North come out.
they're like, and watch her dribble a basketball and
Yeah.
not look down at the ball.
It's Miss Westy. Like, okay.
Was she good? I saw that clip and I thought she
Because
was
you know
trash.
my
And
name
everyone in the comments was
is
like,
Norfie.
She was trash, but she did not look up. Or she
Look
looked
down.
down.
It was like, say what you want, but she did not look at the ball.
yeah.
She didn't.
What about you, Nata?
Disrespect. Kind of
I would either go. I don't know. I don't really like concerts, but I would either go to like a Zach Bryan concert or a Fred again.
I'd like
concert.
a Zach Bryan concert for like a new person making music right now.
Yeah, or Fred again. I like Fred again a lot, which is they're kind of
Oh,
opposites.
Fred again just had that song with Lil Yachty.
I haven't heard that
Stay in
one
it.
yet.
Oh, it's really good.
Is it? Well, I haven't heard it yet, but he has a lot of good songs.
There's a
I
clip.
like all of them.
I would also see
Edit
Jungle. Jungle's really
would be
cool.
good. Jungle
Yeah.
has a
Gonna be a lot.
has like 2 songs that I like by them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jungle and
I don't
Kevin
know that
Hattrick
group.
on the same day.
Mr. Ethan.
If I could like choose an era of an artist and when they were performing that album, like go back when they were touring
When
with
it
that
like
album.
first came out,
Yeah. Right now,
Mozart,
I'm like,
1840.
am I who? What?
Mozart, 1840.
Right,
Hit
I'm
them
going all the way
keys.
back. I
gonna
would
be hitting them
do
keys.
FK Twigs, and I would either do
Yes.
LP1 album or a Magdalene album. Magdalene is like so fucking everything.
Do
Her
you know-
production for LP1 is
Yes.
crazy, and Magdalene.
Do you know what? I totally forgot about Arca. I would see Arca live.
Girl, I would see
any day.
Arca and Earth Eater.
Earth Eater any day.
Freak out to see Earth Eater. So.
I think
but Arca would probably
Arca. You know
Earth
what?
Eater.
And then maybe I'll throw Bjork in there.
But Jonk.
I know
Bjork would be, but which one?
What do you mean? Which Bjork? There's one Bjork.
There's like 7.
There's a few. There's a few.
There's a few
You
eras.
just said there was one.
Like an era.
Yeah, like which album?
I would just see Bjork now to see how she performs now.
Like Fasara's crazy.
Because
That's
I
her
just
newest
like
album.
her production value. I like her costumes. So I would
But-
see like that.
That's usually so bad at concerts.
I just want to I want to go for the performance, like visual. Like that's why I would see Arca as well, because she delivers
Arca's
kind of like a
crazy.
artistic performance rather like more than just music. What's your other category?
Category is
Wait, did you not
He's
have
got
a...
a- what do you mean?
Did you not have a pick?
He said.
Did you give it?
Some people
no.
that I
Give
don't
it a
know.
few.
FK Twigs would be mine right
I
now.
never heard of
I
that
like
person ever
the
before.
album I was talking about is like older, but I'm so into the production right. Oh, I would go see. You know, if I could choose right now, Kalela's remix album. The remix
Oh, the
album goes
remix album.
so crazy, and she has great features on that. Kalela, girl, DM me.
Thanks for running this podcast, by the way.
No, I came extremely.
It's time for you to
I'm
take a back
extremely
seat.
prepared. Literally, the list is just so all over the place. We're going straight from Lala lineup. I have lying on here. I was just
What
thinking
does
about
that
like
mean?
lying,
Just
like
the-
and the
just
spectrum
that.
of lies.
The
Well, it's like you
concept
could
of
tell.
lying.
Like my second grade teacher said white lies are fine. So that's when I
I
was
think
like,
they are fine.
I
If
can
they're
lie.
not hurt, I feel like I've lied to my parents so much, but it's never been an actual like a lie that hurt them. You know,
right. If you're not hurting anybody,
Yeah.
it's like if I don't want to like
like the amount of times that I said I was at the Thompson's house during high school when I was not there, but I wasn't like doing fucking heroin. I
Right.
just wasn't at their
No.
house.
What were you? What was the point
I
of
don't
lying
know,
in that
Matt.
situation?
It was just like
Because I'd lie for simplicity a lot.
probably I was probably hanging out with somebody, or you guys were there, but I was also hanging out with somebody that like they didn't know, but like it was
Yeah.
somebody that I was friends with, and like I knew they were a cool person, like they weren't gonna fucking murder me or anything, but my parents just didn't know them. I would just
Yeah.
always say I was at the Thompson's house or Jake's house, and those were the lies that I could say every single day, and I would never find a moral qualm with saying those
Yeah.
lies.
That's crazy because we were
Mortal
never at my
Qualm.
house.
I mean, we were.
I mean, we were for a while until it started becoming my house that we would go to.
Yeah. And then I got banned. I got
what'd you do?
Anywho,
Broke their wine glasses.
no.
Have you ever told a lie and gotten really caught?
that one.
Whether it's by your parents,
Yeah,
I guess
I guess that one.
you're a job.
I lie in every
I lie every day.
Whenever
any
I can.
chance I can to make myself look
I wake
better.
up and I lie.
I wake up. And
I
lie
wake
for
up
fun.
lying. Down.
Okay.
Mic privileges are gone.
There have been one time that I lied to my
yeah,
parents
lean
where
away.
they like caught me lying, and it was because my mom has like severe anxiety around like teenagers driving. She thinks we're all gonna crash and die, and fair. But
I hate people like that. I'm sorry.
Your
Yeah, that's
mother.
my
I don't
mother.
hate her. I hate that part of.
That's
I do.
my mama.
I hate that part of her.
All right.
Is that not is that a bad thing to say?
I hate
no,
your
no, I
mom for
understand.
that reason.
Because
Because
hates my fucking mom.
I just hate when like.
When you
Women.
project anxieties onto someone
But
else.
like
Yeah.
also when
I've
I'm
lived with
driving
it,
and then
honey.
it's like
Well, it's because you also
Oh.
get really close to cars.
Like fucking
sometimes,
freak
dude.
out.
Okay, but you also freak out. You are also a freak in that way. You're very much like
He's a freak.
a freak out person. You're like you and his mom are the same in that way. I
No,
think
you think I freak out when other
Right.
people are driving?
maybe not that, but like any other moment. Like there's other moments where you can
Non-driving moments.
be non-driving moments where you like freak out. That
Oh,
way.
I specifically hate people that get like anxious, especially with like if that person isn't really a good driver, you're making them so much worse. If someone is
Right.
anxious and like already kind of not a good driver, and then like the person sitting next to them is also
any
like super
backseat
anxious.
driving. There's no time where that helps. Like very rarely, backseat drivers or people who are like clutching and nervous help the driver.
Which
I agree.
I'm not
it's
saying
annoying
it's-
as hell.
I'm not saying it's their fault at all, and hate is a strong word, and I do not hate your mother.
She
Well, I
accepts
don't.
your
I don't
apology
actually
on
know your
behalf of
mother.
me.
I'm still.
She accepts her
I still
apology.
might hate.
You're
your
still
mom.
on the fence about
Yeah.
her.
She never did
I
anything to me.
understand.
Never met her.
Never did anything to me.
Yeah, she, Sarah.
His mom,
Starts with an I, ends with a roll.
Sarah.
Israel.
What?
Okay, we'll cut that. part out.
Cut that out.
Can I not
And
say
this
it?
is why I wanted
You can't
to.
say
Yeah,
Israel.
Israel.
Wants to go see Kanye.
And this is why I wanted to keep the my privileges away.
Wait,
from
that's
them.
the opposite.
That's the opposite. Kanye's kind of on the right side
Whoa.
nowadays.
The far right.
I think he
side,
got there. He got there through an interesting way.
Oh my
honey.
god.
I don't.
I don't
actually.
really know.
I
You
don't
know
know
what?
if he has any
Anymore.
views on that.
I have something to say about Kanye. And Cat
Drop that
Williams
shit.
actually said it first.
Let's hear it.
Cat Williams brought up, you know what, Kanye, I think has a lot of issues of his own, and I will spare my opinion on it. But Cat Williams said something that made me stop and think for
Who's
just
Cat Williams?
Cat Williams,
Comedian.
a comedian.
You don't need to know, really.
If you saw a picture, you'd know exactly who he is. He was
Kanye.
talking about.
Wait, can you do an impression of Cat Williams right now?
No, I
No,
don't.
that
I
wouldn't
can't
be
even
okay.
think of how his
Please
voice sounds.
try.
His voice is like high pitched, but it's like
His voice. Yes,
Let's
it is
hear from
high-pitched.
Riley.
no, I have
Give him a
no
platform
idea.
to do.
I asked that question. I was the one that asked that for a reason. I did.
Yeah,
I
no.
pulled the year.
Yeah,
He said
you're
he
not
was
allowed
like,
to.
when someone is showing clear mental instability and like mental insanity in your own community, the last thing you do is like listen to what they're saying, broadcast what they're saying, and then when it comes out, gasp and be like, oh, he's horrible, and then hate on him online, and then continue to have yes men surround him and be like, you're a genius, everything you're doing is right, you're a genius, because he lives on that fucking like land and where he has his church and whatever, and all these people are like, you're a genius, and they let him go off and say things that are just crazy, and then they keep telling him he's a genius, and then when it goes online, he's getting like, everyone's like, this is crazy, why is he saying that? And then people just sit and wait for the next time he's going to be crazy instead of deplatforming him and getting him help. And that's what Cat Williams said, and I was like, you know what, there was a few points being made there, and it was a point that I hadn't thought about before, and I thought that was a really good point that he made. Not that I'm endorsing Cat Williams, because we'll leave it there. Thank you.
That's for the next podcast.
That's for that's for the Patreon.
Yep, bonus episode on the Patreon, guys. That's
Where
a
Ethan
lie.
talks about Cat Williams.
And he shows his other shoulder. And his
So
You're not getting this left shoulder, sweetie.
I don't
Unless you
know.
pay
I don't know.
$5.99.
I don't think he. Do you think he?
I'm looking at the.
That annoying.
Okay.
no baby voices on the podcast.
No,
please.
no.
He
No.
just tried so hard
Cut
not
that
to
out.
hit her.
I don't think. Do you think he's just crazy all the time, and then he fucking doesn't spout any of it online, and then eventually he says some shit that he's been saying to his yes men all the time, and then he says it online, and then he's like, "Oh, you're crazy."
What's your point about that? Like, it doesn't matter if he's not crazy all the time. What
No, I
matters
don't
is
think
what's-
he's necessarily crazy all the time. I do think there are just videos of him talking. Like there was a video specifically I'm thinking of where he's talking to like his yes men is what I'm just gonna refer them to, his community.
Love that word.
And I forget exactly what he's saying, but I just remember it being just like, whoa. I think he's like, I'm God, like shut up, I'm Jesus, whatever. And then it was like, whoa. And then there's these people who are just like too afraid to kind of say something to him, like, hey, this is becoming kind of like a cult, maybe. I don't know his situation. I don't keep up with Kanye, but I think media wise, I know what comes out about Kanye and I see all the news articles. We all follow Popcrave. I mean, Popcrave is tweeting everything that happens in an actual millisecond, news wise and pop culture wise. So I just think that society just continues to like shit on him every time a new article comes out where it's like, Kanye West just said this. Kanye West just said this. Kanye West just did this. Kanye West just said this. And people just continue to see it, be shocked by it, write their opinion about it, comment about it. And then it's a continuous cycle. Whereas if someone were to just step in and be like, this, like, hey, like, girl, let's just like get Kanye off the
It's not
platforms
news.
for a little bit.
Like it's not to be promoted.
It's not stuff to be promoted. I guess, I mean, news is news is news is news. And it's a continuous news cycle we live in these days. But it's also like, I just think if someone was in his inner circle being like, I care about you and I need you to stop talking online and I need you to like reevaluate what the messages you're putting out there. Cause he puts out messages that are really pushing the boundary. But the problem with that is like you're pushing the envelope and not being very PC about it.
Thank you for the air quotes.
Yeah. I got to put them out there. But it's like sometimes that message is just lost in the way he delivers it.
Sure. It's also lost in, I feel like, a lot of what people see, and I don't really want to, I don't know, I feel like he goes on like tangent. He never really has like a full, complete thought. At least he doesn't say the full, complete thought. So it's kind of like he ends and you're like, wait, what? Like
what the hell did
you'd
you
be
say?
like, I thought, like, it comes out where like you interpret what he meant, like, that's fucked up.
Well, he'll be like, I hate Jewish people. And it's like, why the
Right,
fuck did
but
you just say that?
But
and then he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that.
right,
I meant it like,
that's what I'm.
like,
That's, yeah,
I meant it like a headline.
right. But then is that everyone else's problem or is that yours? It's like, I think it's your problem for saying it. It's not necessarily always about the intention. Sometimes it's about the reception of it. And then it's like, if the mass reception is like, why did you say it like that?
Period.
Yeah, I don't think he's very interesting anymore. I think he
Mic
tries to.
drop.
Yeah, what?
Mic
Fuck,
drop.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Not that interesting.
Anymore. One camera's out.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the Kanye documentary, the 3-part thing that came out on Netflix,
Jesus.
I don't even know.
and I thought he was cool. Or what he would say, which is very unfiltered and interesting before, but now I think he has these thoughts that probably aren't like super. If he would just reword them, people would be like, "That's not a very insightful thing to say." Like the two salacious, most like controversial comments I could think of is the one where he's like, "I love Hitler," where he's just trying to be like an ultra, like a Jesus-like person who extends love and forgiveness to everyone.
Is that what his point was? When
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly.
That's, I mean, that's the kind
I
of
think
the
that
best
was
point
his
you can't
point.
be making.
Yeah.
When you say that.
Came off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you would have said like, start with that and be like, we have to embody Jesus and show love to everyone, no matter what extremely deplorable thing they do, even someone like Hitler, that probably wouldn't make headlines and wouldn't be very interesting. But just to say I love Hitler and then to not elaborate in a very
That'll make headlines.
that wouldn't be very interesting. And then the other one was the like black people were complicit in slavery. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how he said it.
Yeah.
But it was part of like there's a mindset that you get into as a slave where
I think he was
it
also
becomes more difficult to be unslaved even beyond the physical constraints. There's like a
And that was
mental
his point.
constraint.
I mean, that's definitely true.
It's true,
But
and
it
but it's
doesn't
not
mean
very
it's right,
interesting.
yeah.
And it's not like
but he said like
that was a choice. I
like
think is what his
black
words
yeah
were.
black people chose slavery. That's
Yeah.
like what he said in that.
But I don't think that was his point.
That made
His point was
headlines
the-
faster than everyone not pooping.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
that was quick. But again, I don't think the point behind his point there was very interesting or too controversial. That there is some like mental situation that enslaved people get in over a long enough period of time. But it's just the way he says it, and that's why I think he's boring. He's just the things he says are controversial and not said in a way that is clear, but beyond like underneath what he's saying and what's so controversial, doesn't seem all that interesting either.
So he's just uninteresting, period.
Wow, he makes great music.
What do you think about
I love his music.
Yeah.
I like
I
that
love
one
his
EP
Hmm?
about
One EP.
I love being bipolar. It's awesome. Or I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
good.
great. And he had 070 Shake on it. Amazing. A lot of great songs on that one. Yeah, I don't know what to think of Kanye.
Well, I love his.
I
At
guess-
least his
I-
early music.
I guess
thought
I
was
don't
really
follow
good.
him enough personally to have an opinion, to be honest. I know the songs that I like,
Yeah.
and I know that the controversial like headlines, and I do understand that there's an issue there, and like there's an issue within the black community there, and having him be so famous, and sometimes minority groups have one famous person unfortunately speak for them, so it becomes kind of an issue there, and it becomes a fight within certain communities. But I really just don't have enough, like I haven't really researched what he said enough to like want to have a public opinion.
Yeah, me neither. I feel like that's how it comes with a lot of people that get canceled nowadays, is that like I've heard bad things about them, but I haven't done the research to look into if it's actually like they said it and they said it with that intention, and they said it with the like they were trying to like convey all the things that were taken from what they said, which I think is just kind of what happens in this day and age. You kind of just go along with what everybody says, and then every once in a while you'll like actually look into it, and sometimes it will be the right thing that everybody's concluded, but sometimes it also won't be. I think in this case most people have come to the right decision, that the things he said were wrong, but that doesn't mean, I don't know, it gets complicated.
I do like that you brought up being canceled, because I was talking to my friends about cancel culture and how I feel like their peak of it
Cancel
was like
culture is crazy.
2020. I feel like 2020 was when it started and also peaked, and like leading into 2021 as well, where it was like the problem with cancel culture is people make a mistake, or that people bring up a mistake someone made like 10 years ago. And granted, it's circumstantial, so I'm saying it's circumstantial, but I'm saying I've witnessed circumstances where I see someone get canceled and it's for nothing, and then on Twitter months later someone will be like, this actually wasn't that serious.
Yeah, exactly.
And now this
Some
person, Doja Cat, some fan was like, why don't you love us or something, and she's like, I don't know you, like I don't love you, and everyone was like, you're a monster, your fans love you, and you're gonna treat them this, that, and the third. I'm like, she doesn't know any of you, and she posts every single day, or she posts whatever she wants on the internet, and that's for all of you to comment on and say horrible shit. It could be a picture of her holding a kitten, and someone's like, well, you're fat now. So it's like, she really doesn't have to say, oh, I love you, and kiss your ass all the time, while the same people are like shitting on you. And that was in like December, I think. And
was she getting canceled for that?
Yes,
She got
because she got
canceled big
canceled.
time.
I mean, not canceled to the point of like the
Yeah,
Like,
platform.
there's literally no
her
reason
fans
to
like
cancel
didn't
anyone
like
for
her
that.
for a while.
No, yeah, people were like, I just saw a tweet saying, looking back, this wasn't that serious. I'm like, I didn't think it was that serious then. Like, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be a celebrity. Granted, celebrities are very privileged, but I mean, there's a price to pay being a celebrity. You get,
I mean, even then, I always think I'm gonna start saying this. I don't know if what I'm gonna say is true or not, but there's the artist Rex Orange County, and he got like sexual assault allegations thrown at him, and I don't know. And then like they backtracked, and the like severity of them like went down a lot. And so I'm not saying that what he did was correct, or even I don't even know if he did do the things that were like said, but like just like those allegations coming out at all, and then everybody rushing to the conclusion that they're all correct, which if they were correct, all power to them, and like in every situation where they are correct, all power to them, and that those people should be canceled. But rushing to the conclusions of that everything that does get put out in the media is correct is hurtful towards whoever those allegations are towards.
Well, that's kind of the whole tactic, is like get rid of everyone who doesn't care enough to actually do any research, and then they hear that and then like, oh, fuck that person, and then never listen or think about them ever again.
Yeah.
And the people that actually care, or like care enough to
I
even
guess-
like pay attention, maybe
Yeah.
they'll like stop listening and like dislike them for a while, and then like if they
Yeah.
care enough, they'll go back.
I guess in the end,
It kind of cuts your it cuts your
Audience.
fan base by
Yeah.
to 20%. I feel like.
I do think we have to be careful when talking about sexual assault allegations.
No, yeah,
though.
that was just a bad. That's
No,
the example that came to mind.
I think
but it's not
I
the
get where your
best.
example's coming from, but I don't think it's to be compared with cancel culture. I think
Yeah, yeah.
started, cancel culture probably started with sexual assault allegations, which led it to be easier for other people on social media to be canceled for anything that they say or do. But I think that it has since separated itself between like actual crimes
Mm-hmm.
and misconduct that celebrities or people with higher power commit versus like saying something stupid
The
when you
Doja
were
Cat thing.
yeah, which versus
Yeah.
saying something stupid when you were 12 and accidentally had access to the internet before you had
Yeah.
like any
A brain.
exactly. So I think there is that like
That's a good point.
there
to
we
make.
have to distinguish
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Well,
yeah.
I think the
Thank you for saying that.
purpose of what cancel culture would be is to hold people accountable who aren't being held accountable or can't be held accountable. But then you put it to like the court of public opinion, and there's a lot of people who get some satisfaction in condemning people, and so you run the risk of throwing it out to a bunch of people who are very eager to feel better than somebody else, and that could be someone who's facing like real allegations like Orange County, or it could be someone who did something sort
Real
of
Housewives
just-
of Orange County.
distasteful or even not distasteful in Doja Cat's case. So it all kind of gets filtered through the same lens. People will always rush to condemn something. It will make them feel like they're on the right side and better than someone. So you run the same risk in each way. But there is a little bit of a purpose to be able to call people out who won't be called out in. So I don't really know. I mean, ideally, they would just be held to account in actual courts and not the court of opinion.
I think it's a lot of action with no goal. It's like a lot
Yeah.
of cancel culture is like a lot
Yeah,
of
it's just
talking with no
shit
goal.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, we're trying to hold them accountable. And it's like, what does that mean to you though?
I think
Because any response, like whether they make a video apologizing for whatever it is, and granted, it's circumstantial, is what I'm saying. But I guess I would be speaking more to the instances like Doja Cat's, where it's like she just said this one thing and now everyone's up in arms about it. It's like, well, we want to hold her accountable. I'm like, well, will an apology make you feel better? Like for something as little as commenting
That does seem to be like what 90% of cancel culture is now.
But
It's just
even
talking
after that-
shit in like
even
a
after that, it's like no matter how you apologize, no
Yeah.
matter what you say, and I've heard like influencers talk about it. It's like no matter how I say it or no matter what I do, whether I stay quiet, you could take the what's her name, Nikita Dragon route and just not say anything. I don't know. I don't remember her allegations or whatever the fuck happened with her, but
no clue who that is.
right, exactly. But she just stayed quiet, so it's like,
and then it blows over.
and then it blows over.
Yeah. If it is dumb enough,
If
then
it's dumb enough,
people
then
will
it'll just blow
forget
over.
and you won't face any real repercussion. I think most of it, the person doesn't end up feeling much of the harm.
I love a booth, especially at Buffalo Wild Wings. I've always gotten booths.
Anyway, I was going to think of a question.
Depends on the booth.
Well, we have something to talk about.
Booths.
We
I
have
have,
something-
I
I
have
have something
something
to
to
say.
reveal.
Oh, reveal.
Reveal it.
This was probably end of last summer. I was here at the Gates apartment and we went to go play tennis. And then I was given a Lady Gaga shirt by Riley. And then I had given it back to them.
And shorts.
Or
and
so you
I had given
thought.
them back. And I was being accused incessantly of stealing this Lady Gaga shirt, stereotyping me as not only a thief, but a gay thief. Of stealing a Lady Gaga shirt.
We call it how it is at the
And
gates of hell.
I walked in and they immediately called me a word starting with the letter F and made me change my shirt to match everyone else.
did that?
But I did come.
You point to who
I
said
did
it.
come.
He has
Oh,
the
he
shirt.
came with receipts.
He has the shirt.
I want to
Well,
know.
if he's had it this whole time, I do think he stole it.
This is the best segment
Okay.
we've had on the gates.
Okay, give me.
What was the
So who's the villain?
So who's the gay thief?
No, and I.
So
well,
who's gay and a thief now?
and a liar.
And
You
a
know what?
liar.
I didn't think I had it, and then I was shuffling through my closet because my friend Ben said, "Can I have something to wear?" And I said, "Sure."
This does
He
not redeem
found-
you at all. This is like
It
this
doesn't,
is-
but
this
I
is
was gonna
against
set it.
you.
I was gonna
No.
set it up like I was innocent, and then be
You're a
proven.
thief. You're gay. You're a liar, and you were my best friend.
a gay thief,
So-
liar, ex best friend.
My Uber's 4 minutes away. My cousin's on the way.
Let's go.
But we did find that, and I did say, "Oh my god, I just convinced Ellie that I swore I gave it back the other day."
You-
and you
and-
know what? It was all truthful. I genuinely thought, I was like, "No, there's no way I
You
still have
didn't
this."
give it back.
I was like,
Also-
"There's no, I didn't know." I was like, "There's
You
no
did
way I
not.
have this."
You know what he did give me though is a shirt that said like big dogs or something.
You wear that shirt all the time.
An
though.
extra
Okay,
large.
and
I
you
don't
know what
wear
you
it all
gave
the
me?
time.
Pink
Sleep in
eye.
it.
I gave you a good time.
Oh,
Oh.
$20
You know
is
what
a
I
good
gave you?
time.
I gave you a workout.
Give me anything.
And it was about time.
$20.
It was about time for that workout,
bitch.
honey. It's time to pick up those knees.
You and your limp fish was doing nothing for me.
It's time to pick up those knees and hit the tennis courts. And next time it's you and me. But I will say we did have it was a very calm. We're working on being calm.
Clearly.
In 2024,
As you can see.
it was a very calm conversation of me saying, I'm not blaming you. I just haven't found my shirt, so can you double check?
And can I tell you, double checked both sides of my closet, my enormous walk-in closet that I don't have. Did check everywhere, and I was like, Ellie, there's no way I swear I gave this back. And then days after that conversation was had, my friend Ben pulled it out and said, "Can I wear this?" I fell to my knees. I was like, holy shit, I totally had it this
Gay,
entire time.
Thief, liar, ex-best friend,
Naive.
blind,
Blind.
silly, stupid.
And if anything, this just shows I'm multifaceted. Did you see how many fingers she held
If
up with
anything,
all
this
those
just
qualities
shows-
about me?
How my standards.
Look at the room.
Anything to say more?
I just started
Yes.
shading everyone here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I feel like you led into that being
Like you were on
like
the
you
right
were
side
like
of
you were
it.
gonna
I
vindicate
know.
No,
yourself.
and I did that on purpose. I was trying to tell a story, and I knew
And
I fucked up when I brought the black.
I just
bag
want to
and
say
with
the
shirt
only
left
F
in
word
it.
I've ever called you is fabulous.
All
Okay.
right. Can you spell fabulous?
No, she can't.
I'll give you FAB.
There's no G.
You know what? Geography and spelling. For
Can't do
me,
either of those.
And percentages and
Percentages.
And anything.
And-
Give me a list of jobs women shouldn't have.
Ellie go.
Firefighter.
Oh, is it the wrong way?
President.
Any job she doesn't want to do.
Aquariums.
Any education after third grade.
Lyft, Uber,
Any driving.
security guard,
President.
president,
I said that one.
chef.
Senator.
Senator.
I'm too slow for this.
House of Representatives.
You should have been prepared. But Ethan wanted to talk about. Well, are we good now?
Wait, now give me a list of jobs
Well, I
men
guess you
shouldn't
made
do.
up.
I guess so.
I didn't hear you. Okay, whatever.
Are we doing what?
A list of jobs
teacher,
men should not do
A list of jobs men should
Mother.
not do.
or can't.
housewife.
Oh, can't do? Like
Like should
oh,
do.
a man couldn't do this.
Shouldn't do.
Or shouldn't
Yeah.
do.
Shouldn't do.
Shouldn't do.
President.
Lamaze
Presidency.
coach.
President. Senator.
Congress.
Congress.
Is that not a good answer?
Bus driver.
Yoga instructor.
Owning Amazon.
Those are all cult leaders.
Yoga instructors.
Yeah.
Cult
Okay.
leaders.
Yeah,
No male cult
I
leaders.
did see that guy. There was that one big.
Education before
Yeah.
third
But
grade.
he was big. Seriously.
He was large.
He actually wasn't that big.
He was.
No.
He was svelte.
I don't want any men being
Felt.
any coaches in any high school sports anymore. Or
What about
elementary
like
So do you
boys
want-
football?
no,
Disorganized.
no more men.
That'd be funny. actually.
Gymnastics coach.
Bye.
Should be no more of those.
No more men.
That's
Clearly.
I'm fine with that
I'm
one.
fine with
Actually,
that
just
one, yeah,
yeah.
for-
no
I don't want
gymnastics.
to. I don't want to
No
walk out of
coaches.
this room and see a man. I'm done with men.
Move out then.
Yeah.
Listen.
Take your Lady Gaga shirt and leave.
Also, let us. If you're gonna take that long to deliver a Lady Gaga shirt,
Yeah,
it's
wait.
got to smell good.
It's been like
And it-
I didn't know. I
Does it
fucking
smell
had
good?
it. I just found out I had it days ago.
it's been
I
like
knew I
4
was gonna
months.
save it for this. Listen, if I wanted a Lady Gaga shirt, I'd just go to the fucking concert and buy one. Okay? I don't need your Lady Gaga shirt, and I would like my other shirt back, please.
It's mine.
Yeah,
Actually,
it
I thought I
wasn't.
gave it to you.
No, it wasn't even mine. It was
I know,
my friend
and I'm
Alex's.
keeping
You
it.
sleep in it all the time. man.
I don't. I sleep in another one.
Another one.
Okay.
On
Well,
my other list, no, the next thing that was on the list, Ellie said no, but I said I just want to say it anyway. Weddings. I would love to
Oh,
go to
yeah.
a wedding soon. I haven't been to a wedding for so long.
Weddings are fun.
Not that you want to make that happen.
Especially a fucking
Oh, you
expensive
too?
wedding.
What's up?
Wait, I'd pull up.
Who's
so
buying
fast.
the ring?
Oh.
Because if it's you, it's
And
happening a
You
lot.
can show
sooner.
up a
Don't
lot
both
of
people get rings?
No,
Well,
there's an
someone's-
engagement
someone,
ring.
Yeah, somebody has to buy the ring first. I feel like
We
Yeah.
both get rings at the
at the wedding.
ceremony.
Yeah,
but those are just bands.
but if you could buy the ring, it would happen a lot sooner than if I had to buy the ring. I think.
yeah, I'd get you a ring.
I think a wedding is
It would
really
be like
fun.
a like the candy ones. You got to lick.
No, I don't want that shit.
It's big. It's a big ring.
I don't care how big.
You know what
it
I think
is.
would be cool?
Yes, Riley.
Let me take the microphone.
Is if both people had to engage, but listen.
Engage in what? In like war?
So I think it should be no. I think it should be the first person to engage to
propose.
End gay.
propose
And all gay.
proposes, and then the person that got proposed to,
has to have a count.
their answer yes or no is if they do another proposal. So you gotta wait for however
So
long.
then what is that person supposed to say when they get proposed to for the first
Just-
time?
Also,
yes,
what if you're
I
busy?
will
you're
propose at
busy?
some point again.
Yeah,
What do you mean if you're busy?
Yes, I do
No,
plan on proposing.
you don't say
again.
anything. The whole thing is like
It's ambiguous
It's
until
like,
you
it's
either
like
get a
if
yes
you
or
propose
no.
today in 4 to 7 business days, you'll receive another.
yeah, but there should be like a month. It has the next proposal has to come in a month, and if that month passes,
Then you know it's a no.
then it's a no.
Interesting.
This is insane.
If it were you two, I do see at some point, if you were to pop the question, I do see at some point shortly after Ellie just popping the question for fun. After he's done it, I can
Wait,
so
why don't
see
you guys just get married and then he can go to a wedding?
That's like at the end of the day, that's what I wanted.
Where would you
At the
want?
end of the day, that's what you want.
Yeah, to go to a wedding.
Would you want our wedding to be out of state? Out of
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
They're
Hey,
second cousins, by the way.
because you do make everyone you invite have to travel.
Yeah,
but then you
pay
then
for
you
their-
but they
you can invite
appreciate
more
it.
people, get more gifts. Less people actually end up coming.
That's true.
want-
You should have it in
Destination
Fiji.
wedding, that's what it's called.
I want
You
all
want to
the-
go to Mexico?
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of people sending gifts if you go to Mexico.
but you can't get that process started until the marriage already happened, right?
What?
Excuse me. What process?
Or do you think you could get to Mexico?
Oh my god.
The next one is Quiplash.
Quiplash.
What about it?
What's
You
our
gonna
favorite
start playing
Quiplash?
now?
Well, Ellie recommended
Whatever
we could
Ellie
play.
drives is the best.
Whatever-
That is
Okay,
so
what are the
fun.
best quiplash?
Oh, what have been the best answers?
There was one that I liked from you.
I know which one my best. So the category
You
was.
know what it was.
I only
I
remember
I
one.
know.
It was something. Oh, the Men of
This
Ethan's
is our Magnus
scammer roll.
It was what is the worst
Yeah, like
like
nude
men's
calendar.
nude calendar or something title, and it said the men of, and I said the Men of Ethan's camera roll,
So
and
nasty.
people were
I
gagged.
don't think I was there.
People
So
were
I
gagged.
nasty.
did think that was really
I
funny.
was screaming. I did think it was hilarious, but I
Yeah.
was like, "You're fucked up. You should go through my
I
camera
thought
roll. You'll find
that
out."
I thought that the worst card to Drag Race 2 when you said whatever Ellie drives was also
Yeah, that's the only
Gag
one
with-
I've
That's
ever
probably my
remembered.
personal favorite.
Whatever Ellie drives.
Yeah.
I
But-
can't think of any other ones that were.
Perfectly
Yeah, I
worded.
can't. Nothing else.
Yeah, it's hard to follow up after
Those were the two
acts.
memorable ones.
Mhm.
There was a few rounds where Ellie was just answered for
Yeah.
any prompt, and those seemed to do pretty well.
Yeah. Is it, if you don't know what Quiplash is, you just have to Google it.
Not to
Google
we'll
it, dumbass.
we'll provide a. Yeah,
There's
this is
that-
an explanation
this is-
right now. It's being played right here.
This is when we cut and do a 30-second ad for Quiplash because they're sponsoring
This
this.
is when we
I
play
fucking
Quiplash.
wish. If anybody wants to sponsor this podcast,
No, no.
Literally
hit
anyone.
me up. I'll literally do it for $1.
Kanye West.
No,
Hit us up.
Actually, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be
for
cool.
my gain and only my gain, because
Exactly.
he's not getting any gain from it. So Kanye West, hit me up, man.
All right, I'm gonna think of a question. Do you have any more things prepared?
I feel like they're dumb.
No, this is Thomas's time to shine.
I
Thomas,
thought
the
of
question.
Yeah, I thought of coming up with a question on the spot,
And
and
do you
now I'm
have
gonna
one?
think of one. What's everyone's favorite Beatle?
Like a
Dung
band.
beetle.
Dung Beetle.
Oh.
Riley.
Stink bug.
Is that a Beetle?
I think so. Looks Beatle-like.
How did you mean this question when you
I looked
asked
at
this?
the Beatles poster. I was supposed to be like John Lennon,
Yeah, that's
or-
what I was expecting.
There aren't
or
enough.
Paul McCartney, Ringo. What?
Oh, that
There's 4 of
poster.
us.
Well, we don't all have
I'm
to have
choosing
different
Yoko
answers.
Ono.
I remember,
No,
There's 4 of us.
she's not a Beatle.
You're not including Thomas.
Well, he asked
She
the
was
question.
inside of one.
I remember when I
She was not.
I don't think she was inside of one.
She was.
She could have been,
She
for all we
was
know.
so-
Could have
Surrounding
been. In
I
some way.
saw his hidden files come out, honey.
Do you guys see that picture? I don't know where I saw it.
Oh,
I
the
just
booty cheeks?
Oh, the
realized-
booty cheeks?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
John Lennon's got the
Oh my
longest
God, the
booty
long
cheeks
butt.
of all time.
Oh, I just
She's
short
got
butt.
the
Hers are
smallest
long.
booty
I saw
cheeks
that.
of all time.
Ellie showed me that.
I think
way.
I spread that around in this home.
Did you show us that?
I spread it around. It
I
said
saw that
that
by my-
It was on both spectrums. Of
it was
size
saying
of-
that you never
crack.
appreciate how normal your butt crack is until you see two people on both sides
Yeah,
of the
that's what
spectrum.
you-
Have you seen that photo? Did you bring that up?
No.
No, not to brought that
That's
up.
about that up. Have you?
It-
You not seen it?
It
Have
is
you
wild.
I have seen
And we're gonna
the
put a
photo you're
picture
talking
right.
about. Have you seen the picture? And it's people quote it every year on Twitter. It's a picture of Yoko Ono.
Oh my God.
like, taking a selfie. Are you googling it?
Yeah.
I can't
But he
find
just
it.
keeps finding butt cracks.
Just wanted an excuse to look at some
Oh,
butts.
that's Yoko. Ono,
Um,
for sure.
Every year, Yoko Ono would like post a
These are funny pictures.
Said Yoko Ono, John Lennon butt.
Yeah, that's what I would look up if I needed to do that.
algorithm looks crazy.
Yeah. I didn't love my question. I just saw that poster and went off.
I had that poster as a kid, and I
Oh, there, it's
I
not
scribbled out the cigarette because I said no smoking in my house.
Wait, where? Where
the
you see
third
that?
guy, I don't know who it is, has a cigarette in his right hand.
That's
And
hilarious.
he's barefoot.
Nata.
See,
I had found this clip of this little girl singing, and I wasn't sure if she was singing anything. And you said you knew exactly
She's
what she
singing
was
Aguas
singing.
de Marco.
And this is the clip, which I will find, which is fantastic.
She's
Which-
really ripping
if I
that
can
shit.
find- But you did say
You know what the song is, Nata?
Yes, I do.
What's it called?
Aguas de Marco. It's a bossa nova song, one of the most famous. It's really good.
What is bossa nova?
there we
It's
go.
Brazilian jazz.
Okay, so this is what I found,
It's
and I didn't think she was
one of the most
saying.
beautiful ways of music ever.
I didn't think she was saying anything. And then Nata was like, I know exactly what she's singing.
Yeah.
I literally, not to like, I didn't think she was doing anything bad. I thought she was fantastic, but I didn't realize.
You thought that was improv.
I thought that was improv. And I was like, she's great at improv.
Yeah.
She sounds like me when the Spanish music comes on and I know the tune of it, but I don't know the words.
That is how it sounds.
Baila.
I mean, the song doesn't sound. The actual song doesn't sound any better. It's just a 60-year-old woman making those noises instead of a 7-year-old girl.
Yeah, no, it's exactly
I
that.
didn't love the original. I think I like that one better. That part of the song,
That part of the
You-
song is weird.
I know.
But the rest of this-
You played
Yeah.
the
rest of
song
the
to like
song
get
is
to
great.
it, and I thought I liked it up
Yeah.
until that part, pretty much.
Are there any covers of songs that are better than the original?
Well,
Because I would say Jolene, the cover of
Miley
Miley
Cyrus.
Cyrus, that one is top tier.
What's the Johnny Cash song? I bet there's a lot. No.
My grandpa loves that
I
song.
hurt myself.
Oh yeah,
That's a cover of a. I can't remember, but their version is like a punk rock song.
oh really?
The people who do Paralyzers, 11 Doors, 3 Doors Down, something like that.
That's a band.
Yeah, they're the original. They made that song, and they have like a version of it. His Johnny Cash "Hurt" version is the cover, but I think that's way better.
Yeah.
I think
That's
there's
the
a
only
lot of
one I know.
songs that we don't know even know
Our
are
covers.
Yeah, our covers.
Like I Will Always Love You, the Whitney Houston one. Is that what it's called? That was a Dolly Parton song.
We love.
She wrote Dolly Parton.
Sounds like
wrote-
you're just
Did she write it
thinking
and
Dolly
give it to
Parton
Whitney
didn't
though?
do
I
them
think
good
she
enough at the start.
Well, I think she also had it. I think she had it like recorded.
But did she ever release it,
I
Dolly?
think so, because I've heard it. But I heard Whitney Houston's first.
I'm sure it's.
Oh, of course. When I woke up when Whitney Houston died, I was staying at my grandma's house.
Whitney
She was
Houston's dead.
I thought she
I hate to
died
break it
like
to
a
you.
long time ago.
No, a long time ago. Well, she died when I was like, I swear I was like 7 or 8 or 9.
So like when Michael Jackson.
I
died.
woke up and my grandma's at the edge of the bed like this. I'm like, oh my God, what? She's like, oh, Whitney Houston died. no idea who that was. I was like, oh, okay.
You were like, Grandma.
girl. Oh.
Alrighty, we're gonna wrap this up now. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate anybody that's watching this. Thank you, Ethan, for coming on. Thank you,
Thank you for having
Riley,
me.
Ellie, and Thomas for coming back on. I'm sure you guys will be on again sometime soon. Any of you guys here. Thank you for watching, and that's the end of the podcast. So make sure to stick around for any other videos I'll be putting out. See you later, alligators. Alrighty, now we have to talk for a little bit for the outro. Or,
What? Oh,
Yeah,
we
no,
didn't.
we
Oh,
did
I
the
thought we were
outro.
done.
The cameras keep rolling a little bit. There's like
Okay,
the music is
word.
coming in
I
right
think
now.
this shirt is everything you like need to
This Pauly
style this
shirt.
movie with.
Also,
like,
we're all
different
wearing
pants.
polos. That was on
Oh.
purpose, by the way.
We forgot to mention that
Put it by me.
I think it's cooler.
because
Actually,
look,
I put it on.
Thomas
and
is
then
wearing
that's when everybody noticed.
pajama
Who's
pants
got
with a
the best
polo, and we
polo
just
on?
have not explained
I
that yet.
know, he came out with that.
I was like,
I was like,
You
that
guys- yeah.
goes kind of hard.
you
And
two,
then we
you're in
felt left
sweatpants.
out.
Hey man, that's his style choice. This is
You know
we go comfy and casual at the same time.
Comfort.
I feel like those usually go hand in hand.
Comfort.
No,
This is-
Comfy